Welcome, and thank you for clicking on this video. Welcome to episode number 2 in a series where I am modding this Hils short scale headless bass. In this episode, we're going to be checking out the Duke Jazz pickup set from Tonerider. How will these sonically compare to the stock pickup? Let's find out. So this is an unsponsored video. I don't have any affiliation with Tonerider whatsoever, but I have had fantastic experiences with their P-style pickups. And in my double P build here, these have Duke precision pickups in them, and I absolutely adore this bass. So I really wanted to check out the Duke J pickups. These are a relatively new model, as of time of filming, from Tonerider. And similar to the P-style pickups, the Duke are slightly overwound pickups for a little more punch, a little more power. Now, I didn't want to have any need for batteries or active preamps, so hopefully this will give a nice, powerful, punchy sound without the need for an active preamp. For more information about how I landed on where to put these pickups in terms of pickup placement, please see episode number 1 for more information. But to make a long story short, I mimicked the pickup positions compared to my Fender short scale junior jazz bass. So these are more or less in the same pickup position. In terms of installation, as you can tell, there are only 2 knobs here. So I ended up using a double stacked volume pot from Bournes Audio. This is the stock tone knob, so I haven't touched that at all. In the box, what you get are the pickups themselves, installation instructions, a set of pickup screws, which is a fantastic touch, and a spring-loaded piece of foam that the pickups can sit on. That's also a nice touch. This way you don't need to have to cut your own foam. On the box, the advertised DCR for the neck pickup is 8.2K, and when I put it on the meter, the neck pickup measured at 7.99. Similarly, the bridge is advertised as being 9.5K, and the DCR, when I measured, ended up being 9.17. So both of these were within 5% tolerance. So far, so good. Let's see how these sound. Let's start with the volumes all the way up for both pickups and the tone knob wide open. I currently still have this bass tuned in D standard, and I'm still using the stock D'Addario 105 to 45 strings. Let's roll that tone knob down to about 50%. Still, both pickups wide open. Let's roll the tone knob all the way off. Both pickups still wide open. Let's now just check out the neck pickup. So I'm going to turn the bridge pickup all the way down. You do get a little bit of single coil hum because these are single coil jazz pickups after all. But compared to a standard single coil jazz pickup, I would actually say the noise is slightly less. Not sure how they managed to achieve that, but so tone knob back up to 100, just a neck pickup. the tone knob down to 50, neck pickup. Let's roll that tone knob all the way off, neck pickup. Let's now hear only the bridge pickup. So we're turning the neck all the way off, volume for the bridge all the way up. Let's start with the tone knob wide open at 100 again. Let's roll that tone knob down to 50%, bridge pickup. And tone knob all the way off, bridge pickup. I'm going to turn both pickups all the way up again and the tone knob wide open, so everything's wide open, and let's see whether or not it slaps. Well, let's now hear the Tonerider Duke J set in comparison to the stock pickup in the stock position. In the first half, we're going to have the tone knob all the way open at 100%. We'll start with the original stock pickup, and then we'll hear the Dukes with both up, then the neck, then the bridge. And in the second half, we'll do the same, but we'll have the tone knob backed off to 50%. All right, here we go. Well, I hope you enjoyed those playing examples. Please let me know what you thought of the tones by leaving a comment below. Initial impressions. I quite like this J set from Tonerider. These Dukes have kind of a nice pre-EQ type tone right out of the box. So as advertised, it does have a little more warmth and a little more punch. So I think compared to a usual kind of classic or vintage inspired jazz bass set, these do have a little bit more oomph, a little more girth, and a little more kind of low end bottom. So that part's really nice. It is almost like it has a little bit of active EQ added to it, just a little bit of a bass bump, not overly hyped, but it does sound bigger and warmer in the low end. The high end, however, with both pickups up and the tone knob wide open, is not quite as open and kind of snappy as a more classic J set would be. So I do think the high end does sound a little bit more closed. It's not quite as bright and brash and strident as a vintage J set might be. However, I think overall, especially in a short scale bass, by having a little bit of that kind of rounded high end, it takes away some of the harshness that can come from metallic round strings on a shorter scale. Now in terms of the mid-range, compared to the stock set, these definitely have a bit of a kind of a V-shaped scoop sound with both pickups open compared to the stock. I think the stock pickup, in comparison, like by itself you don't notice quite so much, but when you hear it kind of A-B'd up against this J set, the stock pickup in the stock position almost sounds more nasal in character and like more honky. So in terms of overall pleasantness to listen to, I think to my ears, these Duke J sets sound quite a bit more listenable, if you will. I think the pickup position here also helps by having the neck pickup here. It does add to that kind of low end without losing the articulate punch of having the more middle positioned soap bar pickup. Now, soloing these pickups, I quite enjoyed the neck pickup by itself. It kind of had a bit of a P-bass vibe, but not really. But it did have it had a thing to it. You know, it just had a bit more of a mid-forward oomph to it. So I quite enjoyed that. The bridge pickup soloed or by itself, I was less a fan of that tone. I found it to be almost disappointingly thin and anemic sounding. My ears kind of got used to hearing the bridge pickup on my double P. So having a P in the bridge pickup really gave it a lot more warmth and fullness to the sound. So having been sonically used to that, I did find the bridge pickup solo by itself to be a bit thin sounding for me. So I don't think that would be a sound that I would necessarily use in what I do day to day with a bass. But both pickups together though, I quite enjoyed that. So overall, I bought these pickups with my own money directly from Tonerider's website, and shipping was very quick to me. And it's for a very reasonable price of slightly over $100 Canadian. So from a value point of view, I think these sound fantastic, both pickups together. I like the neck pickup by itself. The bridge pickup by itself, wasn't a huge fan of that. But I think in comparison to the stock pickup, I think this is a transformative mod for me. And I think it's really changed the sonic character of this bass. But please let me know what you think. Please leave a comment below. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Stay tuned for the next one where I will be installing a Nordstrand Big Blade Man 4 soap bar style in an EMG 35 size shell into this bass. And let's see how that compares to these Toneriders. As well, for the Nordstrand, I'm going to be using a push-pull volume knob that will allow us to change between series and parallel wiring. Should be exciting. All right, see you next time. Peace.